It's the end of. It is in airplanes. Let's go and start. It's in airplanes. Listen to yourself, churn world serves its own needs. Come and serve your own needs. Speeding up and up. See what's here. Overflow, population. Save yourself, serve yourself, world serves its own needs. Listen to your heartbeat. Tell me in the rapture, forever in the right. It's the end of the world as we know it.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
So glad you're here on a day like this. Thank you for making the trek over here. What should we be paying closest attention to today?
Well, look, tail risks have been and remain elevated, and there's a warning today with the incident at Silicon Valley that the biggest risks are outside of the largest banks. The largest banks have been regulated and over again. You have an annual Fed stress test that I estimate is the equivalent of the last 3 recessions combined. So the key word here for the largest banks is resiliency. Resiliency of the balance sheet, resiliency of the business model, and resiliency of funding, even if that resiliency isn't quite as strong as I thought with interest rates at 3%.
All right. So that's a talking head for JP Morgan and the federal government as they send out their little talking points to try to explain to you why their deposits are going down. The reason their deposits are going down is you can get 3, 4, 5% returns without the stock market. You don't need AT&T. Just go put that shit in the bank. And yet, for some reason, a lot of the big banks, their deposits are going down, man. So they're out there doing their little tour, letting you know that, hey, maybe those regional banks aren't very safe. We know the crypto banks aren't safe. Maybe you should put all your money into JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup. I mean, these are your friends right here. Who can you trust more than JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley with your family's money, man? Who can you trust more than those 4 God-fearing, honest Christian banks as the big 4? Now, if you follow Warren Buffett has an unusual investments going right now. He went from having no money in tech to $138 billion invested into Apple. 41.4% of his money, his assets, are invested in one stock. Okay? Now, stock number 2, B of A, $35 billion, which is about 10% of all of his money. Now, unless you're Warren Buffett, I don't advise this ratio here. So there's no sector Buffett enjoys more than putting Berkshire Hathaway money to work in than financials. At the moment, no bank stock is more beloved than Bank of America. Aside from Apple, it is the only stock that accounts for double-digit returns percentage of Berkshire's invested money. Now, I'm going to show you mine. And it's about the same. I got 2 other accounts, but they're pretty reflective of this one as well as far as the assets. This is about $500,000. And you'll see right here, you're going to see 80 on this thing here. That means there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't want to say 10. There was 8. Means if you click this screen, there's 10 more. And if you click that screen, 10 more and 10 more and 10 more. Now, unlike Buffett, I can't put 41% in one thing. That's crazy. But he's also one of the best investors in the world. And right now, my largest holding is Exxon Mobil. ExxonMobil. And it accounts for 5.5% of my portfolio. The next is 5.4% with Blackstone. And the next is Pepsi at 3.7, and then Southern. Now this here accounts for about 40 G's, Exxon. This is about 38, 39. This is probably close to 20. Now, it's a little unfair in that where it says Southern accounts for 3.3. Some of this is a little skewed because I also own Exxon, Chevron, and Conoco, which would take this probably to about double digits. So about 10% is sitting in oil stocks, and then about 10%, 7 or 8 is in utility stocks. Okay, so it's a little off there in that sense. And so if we start going down the clicker here, let's look at some of these other Starbucks, SDY, Verizon, Nucor Steel, SPY, Conoco, Phillips, Walmart, AT&T, MPLX, and Gilead. Look at the percentage size. And if we look over here, look at the historical average. Nucor averages about 60%. It's a pretty volatile stock, though. MPLX 20%. Some of them they can't track yet because for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's probably something messing up with the algorithm. UA Partners, Venture, MF, Pfizer, USA, Kraft, Wellflower, as you go down the list, right? You begin to see that some of these represent 0.15, less than 2% of my overall holdings, okay? Now, this is a dividend portfolio. I'm going to talk a little bit about this on the live with the professor. Unlike Uncle Warren here, I'm not as concerned, my goal is to collect dividends there. So I got to be a little more diversified than he is. His number 3 holding, which my percentage is a little higher than his is 8.3% of all his assets are invested in oil. Mine's probably about 10 if we add Conoco and Chevron. One of his top holdings, he's got 27 billion in Chevron. Remember when all my followers were scared of oil? He's now got 27 billion. Remember they had like 15,000, peed themselves a little. This guy holds 27 billion. I wonder how you'd handle that when it collapsed. Let's see. American Express, he has 27.2 billion. What's up, Chris? We're just looking at Chris Johnson's portfolio. He's got 27 billion in American Express, 27 billion in Chevron. I'm just kidding, Chris. Chris is like, damn, I got a raise. This is Warren Buffett's. He's got 35 billion in Bank of America, and he's got an absurd, which I think he's absolutely insane, but he is the man. 41% of all of his assets are invested in one stock, Apple. Incredible. So if we go look at his portfolio and we look at what's going on with the banks right now, we got these guys out talking the big banks, talking them up. He says,
so the key word here for the largest banks is resiliency.
Resiliency
of the balance sheet, resiliency of the business model, and resiliency of funding, even if that resiliency isn't quite as strong as I thought with interest rates at 3%. Interest rates at 5%. The title of our note today was, bank stocks have gotten palled. Okay, the Fed going up so much. So warning number 1 is beware of financial firms outside of the largest banks.
Oh, did you hear what he said? Hey, man, watch out for all those banks outside of the big 4. You know what they're doing? They don't want you to put your money anywhere else but inside the 4. Oh, wait, don't go put your money in that little hometown bank of yours. You don't want to do that. You want to give it to Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan. Just let us keep it for you. Okay? It's like leaving it at the Vatican, really. That's how good they are. I mean, they've never been up to any bad intentions. They wouldn't take your money and fuck it off and blow it in some trend. They've never done that, man. They're not like those crypto banks. You can trust Wall Street banks. They've never done that. That's how they're out there talking. Given half a chance, they'll take your money and blow it as quick as they can. Well, that's what, she said, what about credit unions? Credit unions are fine. What I'm saying is, start noticing all the FUD you're going to see. These guys out pumping the banks. Now, these are the ass clowns taking the stock market down right now, by the way. How? All them. They're the ones taking it down, if you didn't know. It wasn't my idea. It wasn't Warren Buffett's idea. They're like, hey, keep jacking the rates, keep pushing it, keep tweeting, keep talking until we break it. And then when we break it, break the shit out of it. And when he falls to the ground, kick him in the head. Just keep pumping it and pushing it and stepping on it and just keep doing it until everyone in your group freaks the fuck out and sells all their stocks. And then we've won, guys. And then we'll be good. So heads up on what they're doing. So this is the XLF closing at the lows of the day. You can see it getting smashed. RSI's 21. It's pushing it down. It's probably got a ways to go, by the way. I wouldn't be, this ain't 300. Be careful standing in the gorge there saying, I'm going to try to hold the market up myself because they will steamroll you and take this mofo further than you thought possible till you want to puke. That's how low it could go. I've seen it, man. In case you guys forgot, I know a lot of you guys were in high school.
1.7% here, a loss of 37 points or so. Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
Because we're now down 43%.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
2-year note yields went from 190 to 160.
43%. I was there, kids. What are you going to do when it falls 43%? Here's what you probably do. Oh, Gerald, I'm busy. I'm just busy right now. I'm too busy to write. I'm so busy with work right now. That's code for, you know what that's code for? I'm full of shit. By the way, that's what that's code for. You ain't tricking me.
Automotive scenery, light a candle, light a motor, step down, step down. Shoes off from the alternatives and I keep on. It's the end.
Fine. I'm so busy at work doing other things. I just don't want to look because it makes me feel bad. I'm so busy, Gerald. You don't understand how busy I am. I told you I was going to write that book. I would write that book, but my wife won't let me. Had a guy tell me yesterday, my wife won't let me buy rental properties. Well, sir, you should ask for them back. Wherever she locked them up, go get them back and say, baby, I need them because the other boys are making fun of me. XLI, stock market's coming down pretty hard. These are industrial stocks. Yesterday we saw GE trying to buck the trend. Hey, fellas, if she locked them up, go get them back, okay? Same for you, ladies. If he took yours and locked them up because they're bigger than his, go get them back from him, okay? And say, hey, just because you're scared, just because you're busy, I'm not busy. Let me do this. GE's trying, man. GE's pushing. It's holding that. Wow, it's still holding the breakout. That's quite impressive. Quite impressive. Quite impressive. Oh, it's not a crash yet. It's coming, though. We're just getting started, fellas. Just giving you heads up. All your friends are going to be like, oh, I'm so busy at work. You're going to be like, damn, where's everybody in the Wealth Squad? Where'd they go, man? The Discord got quiet. Like crickets in here. Oh, we're all so busy. So busy doing all kinds of stuff. I'm so busy. And then they'll be busier and busier, busier. And soon their brain drifts away. So all their stupid friends get control of their brain. And then they just drift away, man. That's how it happens. I've watched it. I watched all my friends. You guys forget I used to be 30. Young punks like you guys thinking you're smart and tough. Fuck. Take every weekend off, soft ass. Go in your bathroom, got all kinds of product and gel and shit. And it's like, man, I don't even know where I'm at, man. Am I at a spa? I'm at a dude's house. I don't even know, man. I'm confused. What are you doing, bro? Why you smell like peaches and stuff, man? Why does a dude smell like fruit? That's weird, man. When did that become cool? Anyway, I digress because you're so busy at work. So we got bonds breaking out. If you were able to pay attention, I know you've been busy a lot with work and all. So as bonds are breaking out, I don't know, somehow I noticed, somehow I raised kids, wrote books, created multiple businesses, bought properties. Somehow I did all of that, but you smell like peaches and cologne and you're busy. But I don't know, man, maybe things are different now. So let's say bonds are going to run up. We're probably going to run into some resistance up here. This is our short that we've been talking about, okay? I know. So let me show you something for a second. If I sound frustrated, I am. Frustrated. Very frustrated. Don't give me no bullshit either. Don't text me with your bullshit. Let's see. Did I have it on here? No, I didn't have it. Let's see. Apparently everyone in the world's more busy than me. Apparently I just sit around with my thumb up my ass relaxing all day. Let's see. I mean, well, I don't like the way you didn't leave, bro. Like, whatever. Move on. Adding to TMF. So we've been adding to this for a minute. I didn't know you were here anyway, bro. Like, so, like, you beg out. That really doesn't hurt me any because I didn't know you were here anyway. Let's see. It's kind of hard to affect somebody with that when they didn't know you were around. Adding to TMF. I think a bunch of these. I just stopped texting them. Let's see. Anyway, we've been building this bond, if my mouse would work. We've been building this bond position. Now, I've been doing the triple leveraged. So instead of being up 3%, so instead of getting short, what I'm trying to do is buy shit going up. Now, we did do some short plays. Did pretty good shorting the Qs today using the SQ in our day trading channel inside of in our day trading channel. So up almost 10% on TMF over here. We've been building that one for a while. Now I've been positioning this one. So we bought some over here. Been building this thing for a while. Figured it would start here. It didn't. Been buying it. So this position's gotten pretty big. Hopefully we get a nice run. I'd like to see it run up into this 13 range. Maybe 13 range. It's a little late on the bonds in the 401k. It already broke out, man. Yeah, unless you're already in some bond funds or something, I wouldn't be. I'm doing this as far as in the trading. So I'm trading bonds. I'm not holding any bonds in the buy and hold. Well, I shouldn't say that. I am. Let's see, something's messed up here. All right, man. I'm sorry I made fun of your boyfriend because he smells like peaches. This girl just told me she likes when her boyfriend smells like fruit. I apologize. I didn't know that was a new thing that the ladies like. They like when you smell like fruit. All right. I'm going to let that one go then. I didn't know that. So most of you guys are good now. Let's see. Don't listen to anybody on this in here, Deb, whatever you do, okay? If they knew what the fuck they were talking about, they'd be live right now and have a channel and they'd be writing a book and doing a course. But they're not. So they're just going to be in mind giving you ideas. So don't listen to that. So we're up about, the other one we were getting long was gold. These are our synthetic shorts. I know, you were too busy to place these. So busy at work right now, and then the kids, we got that going on. And fuck, man, Easter's coming up, and we just came off Mardi Gras. I don't know anybody can work when Mardi Gras is going on. Somehow I did it. But here we go. We got gold breaking out. We started buying right here. Got our push. Pull back. Remember I said we're not selling gold. Had a lot of people quick to sell. It didn't hit our stop loss, people. Don't be so quick to sell it. Didn't hit our stop loss. Our stop was right around here, if you remember. We were going to give it a little bit longer, okay? So anytime the market's going down, you're going to have some shit going up. And if we can catch that stuff, that's good, because it's kind of like a synthetic short. Yeah, so should have pressed it yesterday is what I should have been doing. I should have been adding. But I was so busy. I'm so busy at work and being busy. Let's see. Hopefully YouTube can even hear me, man. Are we live streaming on YouTube? You guys hear YouTube, or are you guys too busy? Is everybody too busy? Let's see. You guys aren't too busy, are you? So gold's working good, man. Just let that run. I wouldn't get in it now. You missed your opportunity. If you're adding to these crushing stocks, man, do it very tiny. We don't know where there's a bottom. Like MPW, this was a big down move today. So I would probably wait and see if we set up down here. But these are some of the stocks that I wanna get in. Okay, some of these high yielders. I like the healthcare REITs. I would like to add to some of these. There's a whole bunch of them. You can go out there and look, scurry the internet. You can find all kinds of high yielding various types of REITs and various things. So now's when you start looking. As far as going up, we got gold, we got bonds. That's about it. What else did I see? It was trying to buck the trend. Still in this Tesla trade. I had taken some off up in here. We talked about possibly adding it back on, and then the shit show that is the market happened. I'm still in that. I don't see this coming all the way back down. It could. I don't see that happening, but it could. If it does, it is. If it does what it does, let's see. So yeah, let's go back to our guy from Wells Fargo. Listen to what he said.
Rates at 5%. You know what? The title of our note today was, bank stocks have gotten powed. Okay? The Fed going up so much. So
Jay Powell.
Warning number one is beware of financial firms outside of the largest banks. And warning number two.
Yeah, careful with those credit unions, and what he's trying to do is put out, you're going to see these guys come out a lot now telling you, trying to get all the money into the big banks.
This economy is a little bit like a souffle. You get your ingredients, you cook it, and then you put it in the oven. But if you look at it or open the oven too often, it can collapse. So going from 0 to 5% interest rate.
Yeah, it's a lot like a souffle. I don't even know what that means. Apparently, if you open the oven and you look at your souffle a lot, Dow closes down 300 points. If you look at your souffle a lot, it'll ruin the souffle. I don't even know what that means.
In a period that's faster than any time in 4 decades, you're going to have casualties, but it's more likely than not to be outside the largest banks. The largest banks are a pillar of strength and stability here.
Pillar of strength and stability. Okay, we're going to... That was so much bullshit, it was hard to swallow. But as we can see, Uncle Warren is rarely wrong. Bank of America is 10% of his holdings. He has $35 billion invested in the pillar of the community, God-fearing Jesus folks, over at JP Morgan, Citibank, Wells Fargo. Basically saints, according to the Vatican. Actual pillars of the community, last I heard. Now, he's out trying to talk it out. Let's see how they close. Let's see. XLF, let's see how it did. They tried to talk it down, but we'll see. I wouldn't mind getting inside of. I wouldn't mind buying some JP Morgan. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it plays out. We see Buffett pretty well positioned. His Bank of America position, he's got 35 billion. I just wonder how some of you guys would handle 35 billion. I got people panicking. They got 20 shares. Let's see what they're all worried. And you ask them, how many shares you got? 20. All right, you'll be all right, bro. Oh, by the way, let me ask you, man. If you got a stock that was just totally shit in the bed and you're worried about it, ask yourself, if you had about 10 shares, would you be worried about it? And you're like, no, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably be looking at buying some more. Okay. Then your problem isn't the stock. The problem is your position sizing's too big for your britches, too big for your mentality. So, that's the fix. Now, if you're getting upset about 20 shares, you got more problems than that. Your problem's bigger than position sizing, okay? But try to analyze whenever you get freaked out, what you're getting freaked out about. If you're stressed, what you're getting stressed about. And it's usually you got to go back one more step. It's usually not the thing that's freaking you out. It's usually one more thing. Whenever I do one-on-ones with someone and they'll ask me these questions like, should I buy this or this? And it's like, let's back up a minute. How did you even get to the point of should I buy this or this, where there's just two options? Like, where did that decision come from? Let's back up one and then probably back up one more. Usually we need to back up on decisions. I get it a lot. Like, should I buy a house or should I house hack? All right, let's back up one. Let's back up one. It's usually life isn't that simple. It's actually a reversal signal. That is the largest doji I've seen in a long time. Look at this, man. My God. Look how big this is, from 29 to 31, which on an ETF's pretty big. It's almost closed exactly where it opened. Wow. Let's see. Very interesting. And look where that stopped, guys. Let's put this on here. This is pretty wild. Look at that. So $29, $29, $29. Wow. I don't know if it does that again, but pretty wild. There's something going on there at $29, right? You got buyers stepping in. The moment it touched that, you had buyers stepping in. Pretty cool. Now, if we were to lower the time frame on this Bank of America, let's take it down to, say, a 15-minute. Man, it was straight down all day. And then you had it try to run, and now you kind of come in. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild day. Pretty wild day, man. So let's not forget, that's what these things do, man. These things move around. Anybody that knows me, it's an opportunity. Don't be stupid. Don't just start buying shit because it's down, because it can go a lot lower and a lot lower and a lot lower, and it can just keep going lower and lower and lower and lower. It really can. Let's check in on CVS. I'm sure this ain't helping CVS any. Look at that. Now, something to keep an eye out on is what stocks didn't go down. That usually means they've exhausted all the sellers. For whatever reason, the short sellers they were covering on this. I don't know why they were covering CVS today. I'm going to assume this is a lot of short covering on CVS, but it went green. We could also see Intel went green. And why would Intel go green? Now that ain't fair. Haynes brand came down. I was hoping that was going to hold it. So a lot of times these ones, so wait for your bottoms, wait for the RSIs to set up, wait for these stage ones, let it start to move sideways, and then jump in. Don't try to be a hero. Get your money right. The only thing I bought today was Pfizer. I just put it in Discord. And at the time, it looked like it was going to get back up into the box, and then it didn't. And it was tiny. I think I bought 1 or 2 shares in Intel. I bought one or two. And the only reason I did the one or two. What's up, Wolf? Out there buying Porsches. I see you, bro. You better be buying Tesla stock. My man Wolf just bought a Porsche. I gotta go see it, man. I'll get with you about coming down, and we'll meet up in the Woodlands, man. He's gonna start nibbling on the VU. These just seem to be like shakeups to create volatility and opportunities for institutional investors to get in. Weekends, big losses. Maybe. Wolf's out there buying Porsches instead of stocks, bro. We see you. He's like, man, fuck a stock. I'm getting a Porsche. Pimping. Now, bro, you got to go get a white fur coat, though, man. I'm looking for one right now for New Orleans. White fur coat. I want it to be real fur, too, though, so it pisses everyone off. Maybe some little minks that they choked out and made it out of. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think Intel gets very far here. He knows I'm just fucking with him. It's a beautiful car. Let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't read too much into the conspiracy side of them shaking out the little guy. Little guy's always a bitch, man. He's been one since he got in the market. They're always that way. And the institutions get shook out too, man. It ain't like if there was some good market and everything worked perfect that the little guy would hang in there. He just wouldn't. The only way the little guy stays in the market is if it's really easy. Someone comes to his house and rubs his shoulders and it just goes straight up and he can just stay fucking busy. So busy. Oh, I'm so busy. I can't do anything. I'm so busy. That is the only way the little guy stays in and gets rich. You got to do it for him. You got to massage his back and you got to whisper sweet nothings and hold him when it gets scary. Just hold the guy real tight and then he'll stay in the market and he'll watch his assets grow. Otherwise, he's going to get shook out all the time. And then they'll try to blame some conspiracy, and it's not. It's just interest rates, man. Federal Reserve moving interest rates around. That's what happens. Look at this perfect stage. Look at this perfect stage one. Now, every dude I go to his house is going to be hiding all the peach-smelling sweet stuff. I'm like, bro, why you smell like peaches? Why you smell like peaches, bro? He said, well, my girlfriend likes it. You know who you are, too. He's on here. He'd be like, man, why are you talking about me? Because you smell like peaches, bro. I bet nobody in the Gladiator movie smelled like peaches. Why you smell like a stripper, bro? I'm just wondering, man. I'm just asking. I didn't know that was a thing now. Apparently it's a thing now for dudes to smell sweet. Let's see. Apricots. You have a fresh apricot smell, sir? Let's see. He said his wife likes to smell like campfire. That's about it, man. It's good. It's the weekend. I just wanted to come on and make fun of all you guys that smell like peaches. Come on, ladies. Why are you trying to make your men smell like fucking fruit? What is wrong with you, man? That's the problem we got in America right now. All the dudes smell like fruit, and they're wondering why they're getting stepped on. Because you smell like fruit? Like you attract fruit flies? We're walking around the French Quarter, and fruit flies are following us. Fruit flies are following us, and I'm like, what? Why are there flies? I ain't seen a fly till you showed up. Now there's flies following us, and I smell apricots and peaches. What is this, man? I don't know, man. I'm just kidding, man. I'm not mad at you. My wife told me to smell like peaches. I probably would too. I don't think so. I'm just trying to make you feel better. Oh, these guys are like, damn. I bet he's talking about me. Let's see. Yep. We where are we at? Oh, back to Uncle Warren. Wow, he's really confident, man. The only thing I could imagine having 41% of my assets in it would be, a building, maybe an apartment, an index fund. I could see an index fund. I could have 40% of my assets in stocks that are then spread. He's pretty big in this one. If something catastrophic happened to Apple, this would be bad. I know there's a lot of people say that's impossible. I wouldn't rely on that. You'll see the way mine are broke up. I own a lot of stocks. I know a lot of you guys, this would stress you out having 80. You're like, oh, I'm so stressed. I can't do it, Gerald. I'm so busy. I can't own 80 stocks. I'm so busy at work. Exxon. I'd write that book I was telling you about. I would write that book, but I'm so busy right now. I can't write it right now. I know I said I was going to write it. I was going to record it. I was going to do that podcast, but I'm so busy. I can't do it right now. Good thing Gandhi, good thing Martin Luther King wasn't so busy. That's a good thing, man. Good thing he made time to do the big shit. Good thing he made time to do shit he didn't get paid for. The things that are going to make you the most money in life, they don't pay you, by the way. You spend all your money doing shit you get paid for, you're going to die broke. Let that sink in. Your daddy spent his time doing shit he got paid for, and he's broke. So if you spend all your time doing shit you get paid for, you're going to be broke. It's hard for people to understand that. So Exxon is 5% of my holdings. It's pretty much the largest. Truth is, I got Chevron and Conoco, pushes it up to about 10%. It's my largest holding. Next person, it tells me you're busy. Headline, I did it today. As I'm talking to guys like, well, we've been really big. Click. From now on, even if you pay me to talk to me, every time you say you're busy, I'm going to hang up. You better get unfucking busy. You're not that busy. You're not that important, okay? You're not the fucking president of the United States. Get your shit together. Even when you're busy, you're not busy. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. Even when you're busy, you're not busy. You're never too busy to get richer. You're never too busy to have more, to see more, to catch more, to observe more. You're never too busy to say yes, yes, yes. The only reason that stresses you out is you're putting so much time on low-functioning shit. And when you do a lot of low-functioning things and no high things, no higher calling things, see, the higher calling comes after work. The higher calling things are done at other times. Keep that in mind. Anyway, Warren Buffett's got most of his money tied up into 4 assets. I wouldn't do that. I've got my money tied up in a lot of assets. You see these main accounts here. There's, to be fair, there's some trades in here. So it's probably like 70 something and then there's like 20 something in the other one. I keep saying 80 something, but it's probably more in the 90s now as far as in the buy and hold. I haven't added in a while. The latest ad was MPW. I need to update the newsletter with that. Let's see, you get paid loss for what you do. I don't know what you're saying there, sir, but so break out your also, I was going to let you know, let me show you this. If you come over on E-Trade, I don't know what you're using. See where it says right here? Watch this. You could stress test your portfolio. Let's see what would have happened if I owned these same stocks during the Black crash of 2000, the Black Monday on 1987. The Dow Jones fell 22%. My shit would have fell 30%. That sucks. Let's see about the financial crisis. They don't even give the percent here. They fucked up. Mine would have been 14%. So you can what's called stress test your portfolio. Pretty cool. Go in and do that. You can look at your 3-year average return. On mine, it's 13%. I don't know what the market is. Whatever the market is. My risk level is 116. That means I run pretty hot compared to what they would say is the index funds, which is a lot less hot. But I try to beat the market. I do most years. I don't want to say every year. That'd probably be a lie. Some of that is due to these stocks here. My top 5, Uber obviously is not helping me right now. Uber's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not inaccurate because I have another account. So Uber's top 10 doesn't pay a dividend. If you notice in my top 10 holdings, I only have one stock that doesn't pay a dividend. One. It means most of my wealth is centered around assets that produce cash flow and appreciate. Produce cash flow and appreciate. Okay? So if you come over here and look, like Chevron's historical return 20%, Exxon 29, Blackstone 19. This is actually more. I don't know where they're getting 19. Pepsi's, this is wrong too. Pepsi's historical return is like 12%. I don't know what E-Trade's doing here. Southern, this is probably right. Utilities tended not to do well, but we're not buying it. This is a zero-sum game. They're talking about January to January. Well, that's not how I play, right? So I'm following this. So if this is January to January, well, fuck, I'm not buying it even. I'm waiting for big sell-offs and stage ones to set up. So if I nibble some and then it comes back up to even, and then it sells off again, comes back to even, by the time we get to January, it might be the same price as we started in January, but I didn't pay that price. I've been waiting for the dips to set up on the stage ones to add to my position. So I might be up 6-7% and the stock itself is flat on the year. Does that make sense? Could be the other way. Could I don't know how to be the other way, but you may not be ahead as much depending on how you did it. Or maybe you didn't buy a lot. What platform is this? It was E-Trade, man. But a lot of times, especially when they compare index funds, a lot of the people that are index only are not the brightest investors, by the way. They've pretty much dumbed down everything so fucking dumb that they actually can't expand their thinking to understand that there's plenty of stocks that outproduce the index funds, plenty of assets that outproduce index funds. That, you know, I don't even buy a rental property unless it's paying me 25% a year return, or I don't buy it. By the way, I just posted a thing on that. I don't think I posted it. I posted some of it. Like, I don't buy rentals unless they're paying me a compounding rate of 25% a year. Well, do the math on that, guys. You become very wealthy very fast if you can buy one of those a year. So if you're putting in 30, 40 grand and you're buying a property a year, multiply that out. It doesn't, I showed on that last video that you're in 5 years, you're at almost $500,000. And that's compounding at an exponential rate of like 25% a year. That's really difficult for index-only people's brains to comprehend. They just can't get their fucking brain around it because they're used to doing little baby returns of 8% because it doesn't scare them when this market goes up and down. It works, though. It does work. It does work. Absolutely, 100% index funds work, but we're trying to beat it. Nothing wrong with buying index funds, though. I have some. We'll check in on the SPY. I don't buy a SPY unless it's on the stage one, but I treat it like a stock. And if you notice, it's not even one of my largest positions because it's kind of a shitty stock that doesn't move a lot. But it gets down in here, I'll start picking some up. I like to buy some on these stages. I do. But I'm not an index-only fund investor. Nothing wrong with it. I just don't think it's the best way to go for most people. Let's see. Let me take that back. Most people, it probably is the best way to go. If you're trying to break outside of the middle class, you got to change your mantra from I'm too busy. That is the mantra of the middle class. I'm so busy being busy, I can't get rich. I'm so busy. The second mantra is she won't let me, or he won't let me. That's the other mantra. I'm too busy and they won't let me. Too busy and they won't let me. I'm going to tweet that in just a minute. Too busy and they won't let me. Yeah, VTI is fine. I'd rather have the dogs of the Dow. Keep an eye on the dogs of the Dow. This is a good chance to get in. All you guys not in crypto, if your wife will let you, give me her number. I'll call her and talk to you for her. I'll be like, look, stop making him smell like peaches and let him play with crypto, man. It ain't going to hurt you any. Maybe you get your nails done one last too many time. Maybe you got to do it fewer times this, but let him play with it, man. Let's see. Dogs of the Dow. Click view all. Maybe you got to go fishing a little bit less. Let your wife buy some Bitcoin, man. What's wrong with you? Maybe your girl, maybe you don't get to go fishing as much. but let your wife buy some Bitcoin, man. Let's see. Dow coming down. So a lot of these, IBM coming down. Go look at the dogs of the Dow. And if you remember, we talked about this yesterday. If you run current doggishness, if you run current doggishness, you'll see Intel came out, Coca-Cola was added, Johnson & Johnson was added. Let's see. Let your boyfriend buy some Bitcoin, ladies. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? JP Morgan. Let's see. Oof, 3M came down. I like 3M even more now. I didn't like it up here. If you guys remember, when it first came under the 200, I wasn't buying it because it wasn't really on sale, man. It was fair value here. Its fair value on 3M is about $120 due to all the legal bullshit. But now we've come down 20%. I like 3M here. I like it more now. Dennis gave me. I'm going to give her a call, Dennis, and be like, hey, I'm calling on behalf of Dennis. Let the man buy some Bitcoin. What's wrong with you? Stop making him smell like peaches, too, man, while we're talking about it. She'll be like, who is this? None of your damn business who it is. I'm just calling on behalf. I'm his social lawyer, man. Let the man be a man. Let's see. And ladies, if you need me to call you your man, I will. That one probably won't go as well, though. That might not go as well. I could do that as a service. Instead of a one-on-one, just give me the number who I need to call and talk to. Let's see. Call up your daddy. Hey, man, why aren't you buying any dividend stocks? Your son tells me you're not buying any dividend stocks. What the hell is wrong with you, man? You want to be broke your whole life? Sugar Lump said, will you call my wife too? I'm going to be honest, bro. I thought you were a chick with that name, Sugar Lumps 182. That's actually a dude, guys. Or no, what am I saying? It still could be a girl. What is wrong? I apologize, man. I can't even believe I just said that. That was politically incorrect, man. I apologize. We got Dow coming down. This is not cheap enough, though, guys. So keep an eye on these. I like 3M. I like Johnson & Johnson. Coca-Cola's back on the list. I apologize, Sugar Lump. You could be a girl, and I'm just making some old world heterosexual views, and that is not even right, man. Let's see. IBM, it's under the 200, so we got a lot of bread and butter trade setups here. I'm going to get reprimanded when I get off from... I'll get reprimanded. One day I'll tell you guys something. My son was gay, and I would... when you first come and dealing with that, man, it's different when you got a kid and you're having to navigate some things, man. A lot of you guys out in California, that shit may be normal. It ain't normal in small town Texas. I don't want to say normal. That was one of the problems I kept saying was that word, and it's actually kind of derogatory if you think about it. And it was like trying to use the right words as you talk, and in an environment that isn't very welcoming, isn't very accepting, and at the same time trying to navigate it and speak about it is. I would just constantly foot in mouth, constantly going, well, I apologize. I didn't mean that word. I'm just, because you wouldn't know what to say or how to say it, man. Finally, I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to speak. Yeah, looks good, man. Verizon, there's so many. We don't even need to go down them. AG&C paid a dividend today. Let's see. Yeah, man. AG&C's coming down. He says he's a straight white male that smells like peaches and cream. I don't blame you, bro. I'd smell like peaches and cream if my name was Sugar Lumps too. Yeah, AG&C's coming down. I would wait, man. Again, all these, wait for a stage one, okay? Let them set up. If you just can't resist yourself, because I understand the feeling, sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to buy a little bit. If you're going to do that, just nibble. Buy yourself like 3 shares, 1 share, just because you have to scratch that itch. Now that it's below the RSI, I would okay that. That's not how I would like to see you do it. I'd like to see you set it up, let a bottom step in, and then you start buying. Bam, 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 bam. Rather than trying to buy it all the way down. But I know sometimes you just can't help yourself. And if you do that, just keep it small and then don't post it. That way I won't make fun of you. Because if it keeps going down, then I'm going to be like, told you. So, thoughts on ET, of course, man. On page 18 of my newsletter, listen, some of you guys need to book a one-on-one, man. I ain't had any in a few days. I like doing them, but I won't make fun of you or anything like that. Let's see. Come over here to page 18. I'll be live tonight with the professor talking about dividend stocks. In my opinion, the best time to get, how to get started, my humble opinion. But these are my buy and hold stocks. There's one, I need to add one to this. I haven't added MPW yet. As you can see, I don't update this much. I've accumulated these over the last 20 years. These are my current dividends. It's divided into 4. My wife has an IRA. I had an IRA. These things were grown out over years and years and years. We had IRAs when she had a job, and when she left her job, I transferred the IRA to a self, and now the dividends are 5,560. It's actually a little more. I don't update this a lot. It was around 28,000. I haven't checked it in a couple months, 3 or 4 months. So really all I keep track of, I don't really worry about the account balance. The balance is the balance. The balance is going to go up and down. I used to have a video that I had out on Twitter where I said why I don't care if my stocks go down. This is the number that I care about. I'm trying to build up the passive income. I'm going to die with these stocks. I never have any fucking intention of selling them ever. These will be, when I die, they will be converted to Bitcoin, put on a ledger, put into my coffin with me, and burned. They are all going with me. I have no intention of selling them and buying cars and going on trips and all the other dumb shit people like to do with their money. I'm not doing that. This is passive income. This is a drip. And as I get older, this drip will get larger and larger and larger, and then I'm going to take it with me. King Tut tried that, and they dug his shit up. You ain't going to dig mine out. It's going to the blockchain. These here, this is all I care about. Now, I care about the stock. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But the day-to-day balance, what stock's doing what, I watch it so that I can trim it and add to others and manage the portfolio. And if you're in our Discord, if you go in there, I got a video on how I'm kind of doing that. And if you come over here, I got a little video on how I'm doing that with the dogs. These 10 stocks, and we'll talk about that tonight on the live, but I'm more concerned with the passive income than I am the price. And I need to add, again, I don't add many because it's been 20 something years. So I don't add a lot to these IRAs anymore. I now focus on my SEP IRA because I can put 62,000 in there. I'm limited on these, so I focus on maxing this. If it doesn't look like I'm going to, I'll add to some of these. Sometimes I will. And the rest of the time, I'm focused on multiplying this, saving up money so that I then can buy rental properties, which also produces cash flow. Let's see. Yeah, says my wife is smart enough not to. Yeah, she won't, but when she passes, my half will be taken to the blockchain. I will not give it to a fucking person who does not deserve it. So I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, I gotta leave it to my kids and do it. Yeah, maybe if they deserve it. Just because somebody shares your DNA, they might not deserve it, man. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna give them this and they're gonna go buy first class tickets and fucking Cristal and airplanes? I don't think so. So, yeah, I come from a weird world. You need to deserve shit you get. And I ain't got nobody in my family that deserves it right now. Now, if that situation changes, I might change it. But in the meantime, it's going to the blockchain. Ain't that terrible? Take it with me. King Tut couldn't do it. He tried. They dug it up. There you go. Why not enjoy it while you're still here, Gerald? Don't you enjoy taking your hard-earned money and giving it to corporations so you can eat it and drive it and then poop it out later? No, sir, I don't. I don't actually enjoy that at all. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you enjoy that? Why would you enjoy giving your money to other people? What about that is so fucking enjoying? What is it that makes you feel good? You're like, oh, here's 100 for you. It feels so good. Let me give you 50. I love this. This is so enjoyable. Just handing out all my fucking money to corporations. What is it about that, sir, that you find so fucking enjoying? What is it about it? Now, if you mean these little trinkets that we buy, he says, why don't you enjoy it? Well, you know, I got a beach house, sir. I got an oceanfront property, and I still like to keep my money. I got a second home in the French Quarter. I got a third home paid for in Texas. Now, I don't see that as spending money, though, because if I pay cash for the beach house, it goes up in value. So when a guy says, why don't you enjoy it now? I do enjoy it now. You know what I really enjoy? Owning properties that pay me money, and I take their money, I take my renter's money and go buy trinkets and beers and steak dinners. I'm not spending my money on a steak dinner. Put my money in here, guys. I'm not putting my money in the fucking beach. I'm putting their money into it, man. So if I can get my money into this shit gives me money. That's how you got to look at it, man. He said, don't get me started on that. That's the young dudes, though. I'm trying to help you, sir. If you listen to what I just said there, I'll change your life, son. Your closet, like right here. Let me pin that, man. That's the kid right there. He needs to do a one-on-one with me. Now, he'll be like, well, you should enjoy your money. Oh, I can't book a one-on-one. That's so expensive. And then he'll go through life just spending the money on complete nonsense. Be it, watch, count it tomorrow, sir, in your closet. Count it tomorrow. Come out of the closet, by the way, bro. Like, nobody's going to hold it against you. It's okay, man. But count it this weekend how much money you just spent on dumb things. Turn the light on, get in the car, start driving, the gas starts going, pull into the gas station. It's just spin, spin, spin. Aren't you having fun yet? Don't you love that? Isn't that fun? Enjoying it? Or maybe you're the way you like to enjoy it. What do you like to do? Go on vacation? You can fly on an airplane and then get there. And then when you get there, what? Oh, we can pay $400 a day for the hotel. This is a lot of fun, by the way, as we spend all of our fucking money. Aren't you having fun yet? What part about this is fun, guys? I'm trying to get to the fun part. Oh, wait, now that we're here and then we get back home and now, wait, fuck, health insurance. Jesus, I got to pay for like this. I mean, it feels like a lot of fun. That's my secret. See, my secret over that nonsense is that I enjoy this. The reason I ended up with, $1 million in stock market is I enjoy this shit, man. I really do. So, look at old Warren Buffett. Let's try it with Warren. Hey, Warren, instead of having $138 billion invested in Apple, you should enjoy your life more. And Warren would look at you and say, I'm doing what I enjoy. This is what I was put here for. This is what makes me the happiest. See, other people, I talk about this on the podcast, listen up, man. Other people will try to impose their fucked up value system of planet Earth on you. See, they think that it's to, quote, enjoy life means to give away your time and your freedom to other people. Give your money away, spend it, here, let me ride this jet ski. Here's some money. And they, quote, refer to that as, quote, enjoying life. Now, they don't own shit. They don't own anything, but they're enjoying life. So be careful when other people try to impose their value system on you, what they think enjoying life looks like. I got a feeling Warren enjoys his day. That's how he got $35 billion in Bank of America. Hey, Warren, you should sell some of that Bank of America stock and go enjoy life. Must suck being the richest man in the world. Let's see. You need to learn more, bro. You need to experience some more experiences. You need to start experiencing things more. He's got $27 billion of Chevron. You should sell $7 billion and go enjoy life, sir. Let's see. Got $27 billion in American Express. He needs to learn how to enjoy life, man, while he still can, man. And, my man, you made the assumption that this is it, man. You don't know that. You guys are going to be like, oh, shit. Next life, they're like, oh, did you put anything on the ledger? Whatever you put on the ledger, you get to keep in this life. I'll be like, yeah, bro, I brought it all with me. They'll be like, all right, you're good to go, man. You're going to start off. All those chumps that spin it, quote, enjoying life, they're fucked. They get to start at zero. Making the assumption, man. Memories are great, Gerald. Memories. That's what I'm saying. Why do you guys connect enjoying life and memories to money? Are you saying poor people can't enjoy life? So what if I'm poor? I can't enjoy life? So everyone that grew up in the ghetto or in the trailer park like I did, we didn't enjoy life. You're some sort of fucking arbitrator of what life is and what enjoyment of it is. Fuck out of here. Don't let people do that to you, man. That dude had no fucking clue what I would enjoy in life. What if I enjoy playing cards? And whatever it is you do, I hate. And you drag me out doing some shit you're doing and I hate it. Would I be enjoying life? What if I hate being on vacation? Would I be enjoying it then if you make me go? So, he says you can't take it with you, but that's not true, sir. I actually can take it with me. I keep trying to explain that to you guys. I can take it all with me. And you're like, what do you mean? Meaning I sell all millions of it. I sell it all. Now, I know I'm the dumb redneck, he said, but let me show you how you take it with you. And then I convert it all to Bitcoin. And I move it all to my ledger. And the ledger goes with me. I just took it all with me. So, sir, you're going to have to come up with something else. It's called modern technology. And I'm the redneck. You can't even keep up with technology, man. I get heckled like this. The guys on YouTube don't know what I'm talking about. There's a guy, he's calling me a redneck and this and that. Just because I'm giving people who want to be wealthy or build businesses or who want to work 60, 70 hours. I'm giving you permission, man. Don't let other people impose on you what they think is your value system. All right? Don't do that. Imagine if Martin Luther King had done that, or Gandhi. Oh, man, you don't want to starve all day, man. Don't be out there starving all day protesting. Don't you want to enjoy life, sir? Maybe you should go create some memories and go on a trip, man. Come on, Gandhi. Don't you want to enjoy life? He's like, yeah, I am, man. I'm on a higher mission, bro. Yeah, but Moses, you don't want to walk around with these 10 commandments yelling at everybody. You should go enjoy life, bro. Don't you want to relax and enjoy things? And he's like, yeah, I'd like to, but I'm kind of on a higher mission right now. Steve Jobs, what's wrong with you, man? Why are you always working on that phone, man? Why don't you come out and enjoy life with us? Oh, wait, you're on a higher mission. My man just figured it out. He just figured it out. So that Bitcoin will essentially be destroyed and you will make it more valuable because there will be less supply and I will have helped the world. Sir, you get a sticker. Everybody else still trying to figure it out. But I'm the redneck. I'm the hick. You get a sticker, sir.